Oh no, it's one of these games, guys. It just released, and it's already got 100 servers. Alright, let's get to it. Hello and welcome to CodeYo Ghoul Break the Chains. This is a brand new Gacha hero collector, and I'm going to be honest, guys, I actually just got done recording quite a bit of this, and I realized I wasn't recording audio. So, bear with me while I pretend that this is all first time. So something right off the bat that I'm not the biggest fan of is these little snapshots of the anime. I like them, but after having come from Lord of Nazarick, I just released that video. That game did a really good job of still voicing all the characters, having really cool cutscenes, having really good animations, and I was thoroughly impressed with the layer of quality that that game had. So coming to here and you get a little snapshot of some scenes with some text down below, not a big fan of that. So we're going to go ahead and skip it. It does give you a little synopsis of the story that you're skipping, so I do like that. All right, we got our first combat here. So right off the bat, you'll notice that you've got a card system very similar to, say, 7 Deadly Sins, right? So I can take 2 actions per turn. What I'm going to do here, okay, it's going to force me to do that. But you'll notice that the skills are merging. So if you have duplicate skills and they get next to each other, they'll merge into a bigger ability, and I like that. You do also get the POV of the enemy when it's their turn. I thought that was kind of an interesting decision. You don't really see that very often. So when it's their turn, the camera flips around to the other side. We've got our big damage animation here. Not too shabby. Yeah, combat's quick. You know, I don't mind the snappiness there one bit, that's for sure. So CodeYo Ghoul is an anime that I'm very familiar with, but I've never actually watched it aside from a handful of clips. So I've got some buddies that are super into this, but it was never one that I got to watching. Right off the bat, we get our recruitment. We get our free tenor, guys. Let's do it. I do like a game that gets right to the point, especially if you're trying to re-roll. I like the summoning animation. The music's nice. The shards are cool. It's unique. It's very unique. Now, because I did just do my 10x in the other one, where I noticed I didn't have my recording, I can tell if this is a scripted tenor or something unique. Okay, this is identical. So, unfortunately, this is the exact same 10x that I got on my last one. So that leads me to believe that this is probably not random, or at least has very small variance to it. All right, we got 3 units now. Let's see how this changes some stuff. So, click that to merge those. Click this guy to merge those. We're going to activate some big damages. Something I always appreciate in these combat games is a very quick transition time between people attacking. There are still some games that released, and it was more standard in the older games, but there was like a second or two in between everybody attacking. This is very snappy. Right as somebody moves, the next person goes, and I like that. The models feel a little off to me. I'm not sure how to put it, but the edges aren't very smooth, and the colors are a little washed out. So it makes it feel a little bit cheap. We'll see if maybe it just happens to be Miss Lady here. Okay, so on the left here, we have all the idol rewards. Okay, so this is going to be our main progression here. If you've played any of these idle games before, you know that the biggest thing you want to do is push yourself through the campaign as much as you can every day, right? The further you are in the campaign, the more goodies per hour you get, right? So it benefits you to right away really try to push yourself as far in the campaign as you can. Now, I wouldn't stress out too much about it. No matter what you do, you're probably not going to be in the lead on your server, because there's always going to be somebody with some deep credit cards rolling on these games. All right, not too bad. Let's see if there's any sort of auto next function. That would be nice. Okay, so this time we can see that this character here has 3 actions that they can take, right? The other guy can only do 1. So we're going to try to focus this guy down. So we'll target him by clicking on him. We'll get some big damages in here and try to whittle him down before he gets to do 3 actions against us. Nice. What is this dude? A dude in a robe with a machine gun. That guy went all out for his death sound effect. You can also quickly access train to develop them by tapping on the characters. Okay. So click here to quickly go to the upgrade. Tap on the resources, tap enhance. Oh yeah, sweet combos there. Okay, so 3 hits and this guy gets a stun. So now if I hit him 4 times, he'll get stunned. That's a nice little mechanic. Dragging identical skills together. Oh, you can just move them? Okay, if you move them, that counts as an action though. So that's good to know. So there might be situations where you don't want to quite use an ability yet or something, and you can just drag them out. But what I was saying is I'm not super familiar with these characters. I'm sure for somebody who's super into the anime, it's nice to see some of the characters that they're familiar with. But that person is not me today. Okay, we'll drag him over here. Those will merge. Click that, click that. I will say for an idle game, there's a little bit more that you can do in the combat manually than you would typically see. So I'll give it some points for that. After using an energy card, you'll get a lot of energy instantly. Okay. Does it do anything though? No, okay, so the energy cards only give you the energy. They don't actually prompt an attack or anything. Allies will also gain energy when being attacked. We also have that bar underneath our health. So I'm assuming if we get hit 3 times, we're also stunned for a turn or something of the sort. He didn't get it that time though. Let's see if it will have me do a new feature now. We've got quite a ways into the campaign. We beat the first chapter. Let's collect our idle rewards here. You just unlocked Chain Clear. Let's try out the special feature in Chain Campaign now. Tap on the level on the map to directly challenge the corresponding level. Is this just going to fight all the way up to the boss? I don't know what the auto part that it's trying to tell me I unlocked is. That is a bit unclear. Okay, so here you can turn off the animation of those skills, and we've unlocked our auto mode. Very nice. Oh, look at all those combos. You shoot the ground? His sound effects were a little bit off there. Oh, we can actually check our damage charts. That's a minus points. That's a big, big minus point there. I don't understand what's happening here. So now we're on chapter 3. Oh, these guys are level 12. Oh, they don't look like they're going to be much of a challenge for us, though. We're still pretty strong. So chain triggered. Okay, so you can just challenge the boss of each chapter? I just cleared 3-5. Now it wants me to clear 3-4. What is happening? Oh, hey, we got our first purchase advertisement. Free top-up gift. I'm okay. Thank you, though. Look, we've got 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-5. We can start on any of the stages. This doesn't make a lot of sense. What is this? Level limit upgraded to 100 in 1 day. Okay, so right now, I see. Okay, so they're capping your day-to-day progression, at least right now. That's very weird for an idle game. Chain triggered, so it makes it seem like it wants you to think you're progressing more than you are. It randomly has 5 stages, only 2 of which you actually fight, and once you fight the 2, you get rewards for all 5. So I'm not sure what the point of having the 5 is. Why not just have the 2 and increase the rewards? I think it's just to make it feel like you're progressing really, really quickly. Still have the same opinion on combat. You know, it's very quick and snappy. I do like the ability of the cards. I think it gives you a little bit more stuff to do when you're playing manually. How much manually you actually play, I have no idea. But I do like the mechanic of the cards. It's always kind of fun to have that. A little bit more engaging. Still think the models are kind of flat. Not sure what the deal is there. Claim all, and now we're on to chapter 5. Oh, what is this? 2,000 free pulls upon registration. Claimable. How are you going to tell me that I got all these freebies, but then there's a paid track? We have a countdown here, so the next available ticket is in a minute 16. What is this? Free monthly card. 100 gems claimable daily. Okay. Got some more collectible goodies here. Okay, we do have a daily free summon. I always like a game that gives you a daily freebie. Oh! LR? Is that higher than SSR? Did I just pull a really good unit? I'm a little confuzzled. He looks cool. Yeah, he's an SSR. Did I just pull an SSR for my freebie? Don't do this to me, game. I'm vulnerable. Let's check it out. We have a 3% chance of getting an SSR, so unless that was scripted, I got some luck in me there. Hey, I will take it. And look at that. Now we're rocking the 2 SSRs. Let's get him some goodies going. Level 30 right off the bat. Make him strong. Let's see if he's good. All right, we got one of his abilities lined up for this turn. She's gonna die before he gets a turn. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's an AoE ability. So it's an AoE ability, and it gives them exposed, which increases the crit damage that they take. Or specifically, it decreases their crit resistance, it looked like. What is this? Character crystals obtained. Okay, you can use them to upgrade the character. It looks like a dupe system is all. If you're unfamiliar, getting duplicates of characters in these kind of games sometimes just turn into crystals or shards of the character, and you can use those shards to give them nice little bonuses. So pulling duplicates of a character ends up being very, very beneficial. Let's promote him. So now his level cap is 40. And let's do the same for her. And then we'll level them up. Let's go ahead and take a second here to collect all our goodies. So we've progressed a decent amount without claiming anything. And then we're going to do some big ol' summons. That's what I think. All right. So we've got a tenor right here. Now there's two separate banners here. There's the regular banner, which you can use your summoning tickets on. And then you've got your exclusive banner, which it looks like you use gems or a different ticket on. I've never been the biggest fan of having separate currencies for separate banners. It's not really my thing. They end up being a lot more pay heavy than I'd appreciate. But we got a tenor here. Let's see what we can get. Okay, we didn't pull an SSR, but we did get 2 SRs. And that guy's a dupe, so he'll be stronger now. We're only 40 gems away from the next one. Can I grab 40 gems somewhere? For free? There we go. 40 gems. Let's try again. Now, the gems can be used on either banner. So let's try this one out. Okay, I got an SSR. I'm guessing it was the banner unit. Oh, this guy's cool looking. Nice sword. Weird hairline, but this guy's cool looking too. Oh, she's cool looking. I like the weapon. Who'd it get? Who is this gal? Inky Shroud. She looks cool. Hey, I am good with it. So now, let's go to these RC cells. We'll do 1 tap equip. Okay, it instantly gives you the best ones for that, so that's good to know. All right, we are back day 2, and let's see the damage of how many servers there are now. There are 132, so I started playing roughly, 15 hours ago? Something like that. And I was on 96, so they are pumping out those servers. And to make it even worse, there wasn't even enough people for me to make a guild. There were no guilds, at least, that had open recruitment. Like, not a single guild was listed. Oh, we unlocked Conquest Battle. What's this? During the battle, you can attack certain parts of the body. I missed the rest of what it said, and I can't go back. But it looks like you actually target specific parts of the body. The Conquest target is quite powerful. You can invite other players to join you. Okay, do we have some co-op here? Oh, it's an instantaneous thing. So you're just recruiting bot versions of other people, it looks like. Oh, it's manual. I have to manual this. Whoops. Okay. Let's do... We'll merge these. Next turn, we'll have some big damages. So this is going to be like a bot co-op manual style battle here. It's not too bad. Okay, we unlock the next difficulty. Now the main thing I want to check is how my idle rewards are looking. Does it tell me how long it's been accumulating? It does not. I don't like that at all. I was hoping to see what it caps out at, because a lot of these games, they cap out at like 8 hours or something. I think that's terrible. It even says, please pay attention to collect them in time. I don't see anywhere on here where it says how long it's been or how long I have. The server seems really dead, which is super unfortunate because it just released. But like, my guild is open, and it was the only guild even listed at the time. And I see one other guy in chat asking people to join his organization. And I can't go to it to see how strong it is, or how many people there are. Okay, now, I did save a lot of recruitment, so we're gonna do about 85 summons here. Actually, we got some gems too. We're gonna do like 100. Let's start off with our freebie of the day. So See if I can't get an SSR like I did yesterday. Nope. I would like a little variance in the summoning animation. We got 4 SRs. Okay. Let's go again. Oh, we got a new SSR. Kosuke Hoji. What's on his hand? We got 4 SRs. Ooh, who's this guy? Elder Bin. Okay, another new SSR. We are just pumping through these summons, guys. We've gotten 2 or 3 SSRs so far. So now I need to use some gems to pay off the final ticket amounts. We're going to drain these guys. Oh, you know what? I lied. I wanted to use one of these on this guy. So now I still have enough gems to do a 10 buy on this banner. So we're going to go ahead and finish it off with a 10er on this guy. And see if we can't get him. Dang, no, just 2 SRs. So we're rolling pretty good right now. We've got 5 SSRs. Not too shabby. So at this point in the game, I've been playing for a couple days, and I feel like I've got a pretty good understanding of how the game operates. So there's quite a few things that I do like, and there's quite a few things that, not necessarily that I dislike, but they just feel a little bit underwhelming. So right off the bat, the main thing I really like is how quick combat is. So I'll go ahead and play a combat here while we talk about this. Combat is very snappy. It's very quick. It's very responsive. And it respects your time, right? You're not sitting here for a long time waiting for these animations to roll out. You can turn off the ultimate animations. You can do a lot of stuff there. I also like that it's a card-based system for combat. I really, really liked it in 7 Deadly Sins, and so I'm happy to see some games starting to implement that. So personally, I really do like that feature. It makes manual play a lot more interesting in my opinion. Now, another thing I really, really like, and I would actually prefer to see more games do this, is that the story is entirely separate from your campaign progression, right? So if you did want to read the story, or you did want to immerse yourself in some of the lore of the anime or whatnot, you can just go here and do that. Unfortunately, it looks like I have to download this next bit of story. And of course, like I said, I'm not that interested in having just text underneath snapshots of the anime. It doesn't really do anything for me. And so what I mean by saying that it's entirely separate from the campaign is I have not done story since the very beginning of the intro, and I haven't been held back on any of the game features, right? So I'm able to progress through the campaign without limitations so far. I've unlocked PvP, world bosses, organizations, a bunch of different stages and different sort of game modes. So you can see that they'll say combat if there's actually going to be, combat, and you get some good rewards. So pumping these out is a really good way to just get some side progression, and it doesn't limit you either way. I mentioned that I unlocked PvP and I didn't record it at first, so we'll show you some PvP here. You can apparently skip it. I didn't realize that until just now, but you can skip the arena. I sometimes have mixed feelings of that feature. Sometimes it's nice to feel like you're doing something, not just clicking load and then clicking skip. But in terms of this being a daily thing that you're trying to do, it is nice. You can very easily get on, get all your arena out of the way, get your campaign out of the way, do some story if you want to, do some world bosses. You've also got this combat page here, which has a lot of different stuff going on that we talked about, right? Oh, I unlocked a boss. Okay, interesting. So your dispatch thing raises a gauge, and when it maxes out, you unlock a boss for some extra goodies. That's not bad. I kind of like that. Now, so far, one of the biggest pros to this game that I've noticed, and I'm kind of surprised, is the way that promoting a unit works. In idle games, it's very typical that you need 8 of a unit to get it to a reasonable level. It gets something absurd, right? You feed them a dupe, they go to 6-star, and then you feed them a 6-star dupe to go to 7 stars, and then you feed them a 7-star dupe, and so it's just this exponential need of having a plethora of dupes for that character, and that's always been a big distinguishing factor between idle games and standard hero collectors for me. For example, say Epic 7, if you pull a character, you've got the character. While there were benefits to having dupes in that game, it wasn't quite as severe as them being level capped, right? So in this game, it looks like you just use these resources to increase their level cap. And you can farm these resources, and I like that a lot. I wasn't expecting this out of an idle game at all. So big bonus points to that. I would personally like to see us go away from the whole 1,000 dupe need just to play with the unit. I think it's absurd. In a lot of idle games, people are always like, oh, who should I power up? Who should I power up? And the real answer is, dude, whoever the game's given you. Because if you're not pulling enough of a unit, they're just bad. So I do like seeing this, that it's not reliant on dupe. So big bonus there. So another thing that I'm realizing is that this is more of a hybrid game than a full idle game. If you've played a game like Infinite Magic Raid, it's very similar to that. We still have our stamina in the top, and it does look like it wants us to farm certain stages. So let's go here, for example, and I was farming the experience stage here. So I've got this. You can click here on auto mode, and then select how you want to do it, how many times you want to repeat it, if you want to use consumption of your stamina pots and whatnot. So this is more of a hybrid style because we don't see this in just straight idle games. Usually all of the progression in those games is manually progressing through the campaign, and all of the character progression is locked behind idle rewards and of course duplicate summons. So personally, I'm a really big fan of this. I do like a game that introduces that. So here's the gold stage, for example. We're going to spend some stamina getting some gold up. But you know, honestly, guys, my impression of the game is not bad at all. But I think if I was a fan or a bigger fan of the CodeYo Ghoul IP, I would absolutely be playing this quite a bit. So if you yourself are a fan of this IP, you like the anime, it is a really smooth game, right? There's lots to do. It's very easy to play, very easy to progress. It throws a lot of summons at you at the beginning. You've got all your standard features that you're going to find in any of these games. So realistically, when it comes down to these games, you're trying to find the one where the art style and potentially the IP resonates with you. So if you're a big CodeYo Ghoul fan, absolutely check it out. But for me, guys, that is all. Goodbye. Oh wait, one more thing I have to mention. I forgot. Where did it go? Now, I didn't see this coming, but I unlocked a coffee shop. So there's a handful of things you can do here. You've got some sort of passive stuff going on here. I've got some gold generation, some coffee ingredient generation. Then you can actually make the coffee and do it. So I'm going to select the base, which I'm going to do iced coffee. That's all I have right now. We'll put milk in that. And I don't have any special ingredients right now. So we're going to click none for that. And we're just going to make some coffee. Oh, I need 6 materials. Okay, I lied to you. I can't make coffee right now because I don't have enough materials. So I have to get more materials. And it looks like the main way to do that is this right here. And in order to upgrade this, it is locked behind certain things here. So this is the first time in the entire game I've seen anything locked behind the story stages, right? So that's a big bonus here, and I do like that.